So I completely forgot about to talk about it in the first video, but the main character and male lead, they look like the main couple from Scum Saving System. Like, the main character looks like the male lead if he was wearing his mother's colors, and the male lead looks like the main character. Because come on, don't they? They look exactly like them, especially the main character. He looks full on like the male lead if he was wearing his mother's clothing. Also, I will admit it here and now, I assumed this was going to be our main character and this was going to be our male lead from the way I thought the story was going to go. But no, he's our male lead and he was the main character. I will admit to this right now, before I read it, I assumed that. I full on assumed that. You can judge me because I'm so used to the bottom being the main character and the male lead being the top. I know we got meat bun stories, but outside of meat bun, you rarely ever see a top be the main character, and I love when I do come across a top being the main character. Don't worry, the main character doesn't die for very long. He doesn't stay dead for very long. He gets reincarnated over and over again, and he gets reincarnated as some sort of creature, and then you get to see him die again. You get to see him die in a few of his livelihoods, and I was like, come here, Carnation Path, and let me fight you. And the male lead was technically the reason why the main character was being reincarnated. The main character wasn't even supposed to be reincarnated. He was supposed to just go from being existing, like completely disappear. And the male lead's like, nope, and threw him into the reincarnation cycle. And he, like me, was pissed on the way the main character had to keep reincarnating and keep having to die and have terrible lives. Like, he wanted to throw a fit every time he saw the main character's new life. And he's like, no, why is he like this? And his assistant's like, well, he's just stuck that way. Like, it was funny because the male lead would hunt him down in every reincarnation to take care of him. Even when he was a cockroach, I am not kidding, was taking care of him when he was a cockroach. Which was hilarious. First, I wasn't even sure what kind of bug he was. I knew he was a bug, but like a cockroach? This dude was literally taking care of a cockroach like he was some pet. Like, it was hilarious. Also, the male lead had gone berserk after the main character died, like, went full-on berserk. Just like how the main character and Heaven's official blessing had went berserk the second time he was, ascended to godhood and fought the Heavenly Emperor and the true villain of the story. Like, I am not kidding. He went berserk, insane, when he found out the main character was dead and was with the main character when the main character was dying. Like, he went full-on berserk. And so he was basically kind of stripped of his title. Like, he wasn't ended up being killed, but he tries killing himself. He tries giving up his immortality to give it to the main character, but there was nothing he could truly do. Like, people stopped him. They were able to stop him before he committed the crime he was about to commit and was dragged back. But, like, dude went full-on berserk and then hunted the main character repeatedly down until he got his title stripped. I am not kidding. The main character is finally reincarnated as human. He gets to meet the male lead again. And before he met the male lead again, he was having a hard time with love again. Man was having a hard time with love. Like, this man outside the male lead cannot find true romance. Cannot find any sort of love because it fails for him each time. But he re-meets up with the male lead, doesn't recognize the male lead at first, has a good old time with the male lead, and then the male lead disappears on him, and he's like, where is he? And tries finding the male lead to spend more quality good time with the male lead. Everything tastes bland. All drinks feel bland. Music feels bland. Like, life just feels bland without the male lead in it. And one day he ends up eating some wontons. Yes, wontons. And an elixir of mortality falls in his wontons again, and he ascends. And once he ascends, he gets back all his memories from his first life and all the other lives he was living. And he's like, oh my god, I'm a god again. Goes, hey, it's me. I'm a god again. I'm a god. And the Jade Emperor was furious, but the Queen Mother's like, hey, it just proves that he was fated to be an immortal. It just proves that, like, the last time he ascended to mortality, like, he had ate wontons with the elixir of mortality, and then again he ate another bowl of wontons with the elixir of mortality. It just proves he's just fated to be a god. And the emperor's like, okay, you have your title of godhood still, but you're basically a layabout god. Like, I don't want to see you, just stay in your little area. I don't want to see you. And the main character's like, okay. And even comes across the test taker too, who just, ignores him, is like, talks to him for a bit, and then completely walks off on him, being indifferent like he was when the main character first descended. I am not kidding. The main character hunts down the male lead, but we don't get to see much of their romance. After finding out what happened to the male lead, he hunts the male lead down. Like, oh my god, I wanted to see more of their romance, but we don't. We don't get to see much of their romance. Also, I will tell you, I don't know what happened to the fox spirit afterwards. Like, I don't know what happened. Like, supposedly he was supposed to be the male lead's true fated partner and supposed to go through the trials of love with the male lead, but there's no mention after he, gets, the main character frees the male lead from, the life debt he owed the fox spirit. There's no mention of him. Like, what happened to him? Like, the male lead spent centuries taking care of the main character's different reincarnations, so I'm like, what happened? What happened to the fox spirit? No mention of him. He just literally disappears. Like, weren't we told that he was the male lead's true fated partner? Or was the main character lied to? Because you can't really trust the system god. The system god is a true system. He lies or he doesn't get his information correctly. So was the fox spirit the true third party in the main character's and male lead's relationship? I don't know what happened to him. You just don't know. And the same with the test taker one. After, the fight in the rebellion, there's no mention of him. He's not spoke of outside of what happened centuries ago and the offense the main character committed against him. We don't hear anything about him. Like, we see Test Taker too, but we don't see him. What happened to him? Did he actually perish, disappear? He doesn't exist anymore? Like, is he dead? Like, I was like, what happened to him? Is he gone? He's just completely, utterly gone, and only Test Taker 2 gets to survive? I mean, I didn't like the dude anyway, so honestly, good riddance. Full on good riddance.